I remember when that game meant something.
Yes, certainly did.
Usually the NBC title.
Third down and 15 coming up for the Trojans as we begin the fourth quarter. Salem on top 35-7. Stallworth the single back as Johnson looks to throw. Good coverage by the Quakers. Johnson will air it out downfield looking for Waiters. He's got the catch down the sideline and will score. Touchdown Timken. 49 yards for the touchdown.
Oh, Josh Hendershot looking at interception number 3. He went up for it. When he didn't come down with it, it was easy pickings for Timken.
Good concentration from Waiters to hang on. And Timken back on the scoreboard on the first play of the fourth quarter. So they will go for 2. 2 wide outs to the near side. Waiters at the wing. 1 wide out right. 2-point conversion for Timken. Johnson rolls right, dumps it out for Stallworth, has the catch and will lose yardage. So the 2-point conversion fails. But 11:51 to go in the game now. Timken gets on the scoreboard. It's now Salem 35, Timken 13. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. Salem on top 35-13. 7-play drive, 62 yards, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Waiters 49-yard touchdown pass from Tanner Johnson. The 2-point conversion pass fails and Salem leads it 35-13.
As Timken ready to kick it off. And let's see what the Quakers do with this drive. They have been pretty successful on their drives tonight. Just 1 punt for Salem.
Howard's kick is away. Humphreys at the 12. Let's see if we can run it back. 15, 20, 25-yard line. 30 coming to the near sideline and ran out of room to the 40. Tried. 11:42 to go, Gary, and a big night for Salem head coach Bill Boren.
Oh, we didn't want to say too much early because, you know, jinx factor and anything, but yeah, tonight is a big night for Coach Bill Boren. If Quakers hold on here, it looks like they will. It'll be Coach Boren's 200th career victory. And we congratulate Coach Boren. He's just a classy guy, very helpful to us. Pretty much whatever we ask him to do, he helps us out. And started off in Illinois. He's been to Boardman, Western PA, back here to Salem, Lakeview, and just a distinguished career for Coach Bill Boren.
Play fake on first down. Martin to run. 40, 45 down the right sideline, midfield into Timken territory. Down the sideline, breaks 2 tackles and brought down at the 19-yard line finally. And Martin is upset, thought he was going to score. Lamont Evans makes a touchdown saving tackle.
That play had Timken frozen. Martin even had a blocker out in front of him, and he didn't have anybody to block. Again, a tearaway jersey and a touchdown there.
40-yard run for Jim Martin. 1st and 10 Salem at the Timken 19. Fritz around left end, gets a block from Morrison. Coughs up the football. He scrambles for it and got it back at the 14-yard line, a run of 5 yards.
And we do know after the game, coaching staff for Salem going to make a little presentation to Coach Boren, a plaque presentation on his 200th win.
Boy, and you get the pleasure of interviewing him after the ball game, and I'm sure you will talk about him, ask him about those 28 years and some of his fondest memories of being a head football coach. Quakers are 2-2 this year, 8-2 last year. So 10-4 in his first year and a half here at Salem, looking to go 11-4 after tonight. Martin hands it off to Fritz off the right guard. Across the 10 to about the 8. It's going to be a Quaker first down and a gain of about 8 yards.
Well, Fritz getting a little more playing time this week, and he's making it pay off too.
So Salem moves the sticks again. Well, in 28 years, he was, during his tenure, 59-26 at Boardman. He was the Mahoning Valley Mahoning County Coach of the Year 5 times. Went to the state finals in '87 with that Boardman team. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Martin turns, gives it to Jim Stockton in the ball game, makes his way to the 5-yard line. Punishing run for Stockton. Jim is 5'9", 180, and a senior. Also for Coach Boren, he coached 1 year at Butler, PA, was 6-4, took them to the playoffs before coming back to Salem. He was 32-18 at Lakeview, and he also coached at Ottawa Glendorf, 3 schools in Illinois. And if there was one thing I would say about Coach Bourne is, unfortunately, he coached at Steubenville.
Our favorite.
Gain of 2 yards. I know I'm going to get letters this week.
Reno's been there ever since, hasn't he?
Yep. On the second down and goal play, it's Fritz around the right side. Can't get much room, and we're going to have a flag. This may go against the Quakers. It was a gain of 1, and it'll be second down, but we'll see what the penalty's about.
I don't think they can get us in Steubenville. I don't think they have anything to worry about until we go down there and they tell us we can't do a game anymore.
Now, Coach Boren led the Quakers to their only conference championship in school history last year. But one interesting note I did find this week, Coach Boren, in 8 non-conference games coming into tonight, only 5-3, but the Quakers are 5-1 in Metro Athletic Conference play under Coach Boren. I guess you look at the competition the Quakers have played out of conference. You look at those 3 losses coming into tonight. That's 2 to West Branch and 1 to Marlington, and Marlington with a superb football team this year.
Yeah, this year things are definitely going Marlington's way, and first in their region in the computer rankings too. That's incredible.
15-yard penalty against the Quakers for an illegal block. It makes it second and goal from the 22, and it is Stockton up the middle. He ran right into one of his blockers and will lose a yard. So this Quaker drive has marched down inside the 5-yard line and now suddenly is heading the wrong way.
Well, you don't get too many third and goals from the 26 very often.
No. Wow, the scoreboard's interesting. 3rd and 26 from the 25.
Huh.
Something's not right there.
They have a brief officials timeout.
Jones is split to the right. Fritz and Stockton in the T. Play fake. Martin looks to roll right and run the ball down the sideline. 20, sidestep his tackler to the 10. Cuts back to the middle. Cuts back right. Touchdown, Jim Martin. Holy cow. 25 yards, and the Quakers are back on the scoreboard. Not many third and goals from the 25, but the Quakers convert.
And by all rights, Jim Martin should have gone down about 10 yards into that. He wouldn't give up. I think he was a little upset he didn't score on the last time he had the ball. And nothing was going to bring him down that time.
8:05 to go, and Jim Martin with the touchdown. I believe that's his first rushing touchdown of the year. And it is. Good snap, good hold, flags. Hennigan was in there to kick it, and Angelo played Lucy and pulled the ball away from Charlie Brown. Flag will be against the Quakers. Mark it back 5 yards for illegal procedure.
Yeah, this will make it basically a field goal attempt here for Ben. Ball now marked on the 7-yard line. He'll kick it from the 15, so this will be a 25-yard extra point.
Good snap, good hold, and Hennigan's kick is right down the middle. 8:05 left in this ball game. Quakers are now on top 42-13. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. Lead here 42-13.
Sounds like we got Zamfir and the pan flute in there.
No idea.
Yeah, that is.
Well, some of the crowd filing out here tonight as Salem is well entrenched in victory here with still 8 minutes to go.
Well, Gerard hanging with Canfield there. Touchdown back, 8 points.
A lot of scoring in that game.
Yeah.
Kick is taken by Howard at the 15-yard line. Head down to the 30. And he's brought down by the Quakers. Looks like Rick O'Day in there to help out on that tackle.
And again, you can make a comparison here because last week this Timken team played MAC opponent Niles. That game was at Timken even, or at Fawcett Stadium, and Niles a big 17-3 winner there. So I don't know, you can do the comparison there yourself. That can be dangerous sometimes, but
it can be
fun.
32-yard line is where Timken will take over, and the Quakers call timeout. Timeout on the field. 7 minutes, 52 seconds left in regulations. Quakers well ahead in this one. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. Coach Bourne calls timeout, getting the troops together. Now, why would he do that with it being first down and a 42-13 lead?
No, he's getting little substitutions out there. I think explaining some of their roles. The first team has done their job well tonight, giving them a break. And I'm going to talk to the second string here. Did I pass?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Johnson runs a delay to Waiters. Now, why didn't they do this earlier? 35-40, 45 to midfield, 50 and out of bounds. It's a wonderful play. 18 yards on the pickup and a first down.
I don't know why. I don't want to know why they did. Quakers winning. Quakers going to win Coach Bourne's 200 and go on from there.
First and 10 midfield.
And my goodness, we're actually going to use a little gas next week.
Yeah, Quakers on the road at Howland. The Tigers tonight, the only team in the MAC out of conference, taking on Western Reserve Academy of Hudson. Johnson on first down. Oh, he's pressured but gets out of it to midfield and brought down right there. Stockton, Hughes, Bourne all there to make the tackle. It was Stockton that really brought him down. Quakers took on Hudson Academy back in 1989 and soundly whipped them.
And I don't think they've been much better since.
They are not a sanctioned OHSAA team, so Howland gains nothing from the game other than a victory, maybe some confidence.
They're good in polo.
Gain of a yard for Tanner Johnson on the carry. Second down. Johnson again, the delay to Waiters with blockers in front, 45 upfield, 41-yard line. gain of 9 and very close to a first down. He has got some blazing speed. Just shy of the first down marker.
Well, this is where Timken's going to pad their stats, make it look not quite as bad.
Clock down to 6:40. Quakers somewhat confused. Players are running all over the place. 3rd and a short yard. Johnson turns, same play, delay to Waiters, slides upfield, first down at the 40, still on his feet. Quakers can't bring him down as he makes his way to the 38. Gain of 4 and a first down for Waiters.
I'm sure Salem would like to keep Timken off the scoreboard here in the remaining 6:16 of this game, up 42-13.
Now Gary coming in, the Quakers running back tandem of Eric Davis, Jason Humphreys, combining for 408 yards over the past 2 games. Humphreys 214, Davis 194, and they've each scored a pair of touchdowns. Tonight, Davis 143 yards, Humphreys only 57, but Davis had some big carries. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Johnson throws, caught by Howard at the 33. Davis tonight, if you look down his totals, he had rushes of 26, 56. Those certainly helped out the stats tonight.
And if you had Fritz and Martin's runs in there, that's about another 100 yards there, with Martin picking a lot up here in the second half. Fritz having himself just a pretty good overall game.
Quakers with 346 yards on the ground tonight. Well, that's total offense. They haven't thrown a pass. 2nd and 4. They run the option to Stallworth with the catch. 30, 25, tripped up and will fall down. Stockton was able to grab his shoe as he went by, and he kind of stumbled forward, but good gain on the play and a first down. That'll be 22 yards on the carry.
Well, you're never going to get the call. How many yards rushing have we seen from the Quakers lately? And they had 308 against Liverpool this year. And we did have a call about that. And last year, what was the most? And
it was 400 and something. And that was against Rhodes, and the Quakers didn't throw a pass in that game either. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for Tanner Johnson and the Timken Trojans. Johnson, that throw over the middle to Evans. He's got the catch, breaks out of a tackle, hops his way to the 8, close to another first down.
Well, this one ain't over, really, because the Quakers it is game-wise, but the Quakers could probably get a few more yards here if they get the ball back. Of course, they will keep it on the ground, trying to run the clock out with 4.5 minutes to go, up 42-13.
From the 9-yard line, 2nd down and 2. And Johnson will keep it on the option play this time, in and out of traffic to the 4. 5-yard gain and another first down.
And I'm sure maybe some people are a little curious. The computer rankings came out this week, and in the paper they only put the top 6, and people wondering, well, perhaps where is Salem? And if I recall, I believe Salem is 14th. But a few wins here and there, and that could climb.
If anybody has any questions of that nature, want to know where your favorite team is right now in the computer rankings, give us a call, 337-7764 during the Quaker Call-In Show. We'll have all that information for you. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for the Trojans. Waiters in motion to the right. Johnson turns, pitches it to Stallworth, tries to find room, and the Quakers have him shut down. Here, Gary, where the second-team defense can try and help out the defensive stats and keep Timken out of the end zone.
Well, you hate to be scored on at any time of the game, and this touchdown will be meaningless, that is for sure, for Timken. But a good job from the first teamers tonight, and like you said, if the Quakers can hold Timken out here, be a nice little boost for the second team as well.
So no gain for Stallworth on the play. On 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Tanner Johnson throws incomplete. Now a flag. They were throwing in the direction of Evans. Fritz was there with the defense, but I'm afraid Ryan is going to be flagged here for interference. Kind of jumped in front of Evans and did not allow him to get to the ball, and the interference penalty against the Quakers.
Yeah, that'll just push it. Yardage-wise, it's not going to hurt him too much, but should be an automatic first down, I believe.
Yes, should be, and should take it to the 2-yard line as well. And it will.
So a 2-yard penalty.
Howland Tigers and Salem Quakers next Friday night from Howland.
2 weeks ago, Howland rated 10th in the state. They lose and drop out of the bowl totally, but should be a good one.
So first and goal from the 2. Johnson gives it up the middle to Stallworth, and he is wrapped up. Tackle made by Mike Myers. It'll be second down and goal inside the 2-yard line. No, in fact, no gain on the play.
When I think of Howland, I think offense. Well, especially last year with their quarterback, Burke, now at Michigan State. Wide receiver Streeter, now their quarterback.
We'll preview the Howland Tigers tonight on the Quaker Call-In Show. Second down play. Johnson looks to take it himself, and he got in for the touchdown. So the quarterback sneak for Tanner Johnson, and already on Howland, who are we playing? Timken scores to make it 42-19. I don't need looks from people to my right. They'll go for 2 again. Johnson looks to run the option right to Stallworth, trying to get for the pylon, and got in. 2-point conversion run for Stallworth. 2:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. Quakers on top 42-21. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. The Timken drive, 11 plays, 68 yards, 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Tanner Johnson, his second touchdown run of the game for the Trojans. This one of 2 yards. Stallworth's run conversion makes it 42-21 with 2:15 to go, and the hands team on the field for the Quakers.
Expecting an onside kick here. 2:15 to go. Should give the Quakers good field position.
Ray Howard to kick. And he kicks it deep. And Humphreys was back there and watches it go out of bounds. So penalty against the Trojans will move the ball to the 35-yard line with still 2:15 to go. Well, 5 weeks, or I should say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 5 weeks to go. Good, played 5 weeks. Boy, the math is good.
Man, nothing gets by you.
4 conference games left. Howland, Niles, Canfield, and Poland. Howland next week. Niles, to me, should be a victory. Howland should be a victory. Canfield, you know, they're hanging on, beating Girard tonight. Poland, just no problems again tonight, taking on Niles.
Well, 3 out of those 4 games are on the road, which the Quakers really haven't been used to lately, at least. And if I'm not mistaken, Niles is like in the middle of a 6-game homestand as well.
First and 10, 35-yard line for Salem, and Ed McMillan is in there at quarterback for the Quakers. He will give it to Stockton, who fumbles it on first down, and let's see who's got it. It appeared that Timken had fallen on it, but they did not. Looked like McMillan maybe even jumped on it. So no gain, even a loss of one on the play for the Quakers.
And of course, one of the non-conference games coming up, the non-conference game, that intriguing matchup with Detroit Country Day, who at last report was 3-1.
Second down, carry by Fritz around left end of the 40, and gains 6 yards on the play. Down to a minute and a half to go. Third down coming up for Salem. Don't forget, Gary will be talking with Coach Boren following tonight's game during the Quaker Call-In show. McMillan on third down. Turns, hands it off to Fritz, goes left, back up the middle. First down, 45, spins away at midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 11, and the Quakers can run out the clock under a minute to go.
Just spinning around, and you can't bring them down. Ryan Fritz having himself a fine game.
86 yards on 9 carries for Fritz.
Here, you can have this again.
Oh, quit it.
Pick a player of the game.
Coach Bourne, a little water bath there.
Bring him a towel when he comes up here.
McMillan, play fake, rolls right, being pressured, flag down. McMillan up the right sideline, has the first down, 30, 25, down at the 24, but a flag way back at the play of, it looked like could be holding, and there is a Timken player injured with 25 seconds to go.
Well, that's one kind of little shower that I'm sure Coach Boren happy to receive. That's one of those things where, you know, if the Quakers hadn't won this game, it could be a distraction, you know. But no problem here. Quakers get that 200 win for Coach Bill Boren. And the Timken player remaining down. Still haven't seen what the call is.
Salem will improve to 3-2. The Trojans drop to 2-3. Upcoming for Timken on their schedule. I cannot get these papers separated. Oh, I forgot. It's the MAC roundup here. Holding against the Quakers. They were at Niles last week. Salem here tonight. Canfield will travel to Fawcett Stadium next Friday night. Timken then home to Central Catholic at Orville. That's a top 2 team in the state. And then they'll host Lexington and then finish up the season at Zanesville.
Well, they left the Federal League, but still a interesting schedule. Tough schedule for Timken, who, despite tonight's game, is better than they have been in past years, really. They had a 24-game losing streak that they snapped last year with a win over Marlington, of all teams.
So after the penalty, McMillan will now just take a knee, and that would run out the clock with only 25 seconds to go. That penalty negated a great run by McMillan. So he drops back and sits on it at the 32-yard line, and that's going to do it tonight as the Quakers win for the 3rd consecutive week as they defeat the Timken Trojans by the final tonight of 42-21, and giving head coach Bill Boren his 200th victory as head football coach, his 12th here at Salem, or correct, that his 11th here at Salem, as the Quakers win on homecoming night. Again, your final score, Salem 42, Timken 21, and A.J. McLeod. It's going to be a great night again for the Quaker call-in show tonight. The Salem Quakers tonight on homecoming night are ringing that victory bell up as they pile up 360 yards rushing as Salem goes on to a 42-21 victory. Oh, what a sweet sound. The victory bell ringing tonight at Riley Stadium, and the Quakers a 21-point victory. As they are coming to the near sideline, Coach Bill Bourne has been presented his plaque for his 200th coaching victory. All smiles tonight at Riley Stadium on homecoming night. And now the Quakers are 3-2 and will start serious play in the Metro Athletic Conference a week from tonight as they will travel to Howland. Gary, tonight it was a no-doubter from about the second play of the ball game.
Yeah, that early score from the defense, it just set the tone for the rest of the night for the Quakers. No looking back. Took no prisoners as well. They wanted to make sure Coach Bourne got that 200 win tonight on homecoming.
Quick stats tonight as we've trying to get some calls in tonight on the Quaker College Show, and also head coach Bill Bourne. 11 first downs for Salem, 360 yards. They were led tonight by Eric Davis. 16 carries for 143 yards. Ryan Fritz helped out with 9 carries, 86 yards. Jim Martin, the quarterback, 6 carries, 77 yards. And Humphreys tonight, 14 carries for 57 yards. Salem did not throw a pass tonight. Timken, 13 first downs, 140 yards rushing. Eddie Young and Stallworth, I should say, Eddie Young was the leader, 3 carries for 42 yards. Waiters tonight had 4 carries for 32 yards on 7 carries for Stallworth tonight, and Tanner Johnson had 11 carries for 34 yards. They were 128 yards through the air, 10 of 22 for Tanner Johnson, but he threw 3 interceptions, 2 of them intercepted by Hendershot, 1 by Gabe Williams, and the first interception by Hendershot was 42 yards and a touchdown. So Salem, Gary, tonight, 360 yards of rushing and total offense to 268 for the Timken Trojans. A big night all the way around for just about everybody except for the wide receivers.
Yeah, it was a slow night for the wide receivers, but when they're not going to stop you on the run, why take a chance? 360 yards on the ground, and just an incredible night. 143 for Davis, 57 Humphreys, Fritz 86, Martin 80 or 77. Just dominant tonight. I'm a little surprised. I thought Salem would win, but I really didn't think they'd be as dominant as they were tonight. Yeah. And it's coming. You can just see the kids maturing here.
Quakers, a big victor tonight. We'll be back with our Lee Strug post-game report. We'll finish that up, and we'll also have our player of the game after this timeout for Lee Strug.